Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz making the rounds this morning, considering an independent run for the White House, a move that has angered a lot of Democrats who think Schultz will be a spoiler for the eventual Democratic nominee. I'm joined now by Alex Conan, former communications director for Senator Marco Rubio, partner at Firehouse Strategies, and Ben Kissel, radio talk show host and political commentator. Great to have you both. So Schultz came out, and it's like everyone had a triple macchiato on an empty stomach. Like it's like just irrational going on. Like to you, Ben. Democrats over the top, or do you have a real concern?
I'm going to channel my inner Aaron Rodgers here and just say, relax. We talk often about Ross Perot being a spoiler for H.W. Bush in '92, but if you actually look at the exit polling data, it's split about 50-50. The states where Perot did best were Texas and Florida. Both of those states, H.W. won.
Because all Republicans don't think that necessarily, but when you go back to the data, I hear you.
Yeah, so I think it can be okay. This won't necessarily cost the Democrats the election.
There's even talk by top Democrats of possibly boycotting Starbucks, but he's not even a part of Starbucks anymore. But still, it would pack a punch if they did that.
It would hurt Starbucks. I don't know that would hurt him. Look, they're concerned about him because at the end of the day, he's fundamentally a Democrat. So it'd be having two Democrats on the ticket, and he's banking that there's going to be a bunch of center-right Republican voters who voted for Trump 4 years ago who are now going to go vote for a Democrat, that's not the nominee. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I will say, if I'm a congressional Republican, he could be good news, because if he draws voters out, if his hypothesis is correct, the center right voters who are looking for someone to vote for in the presidential campaign, and they turn out, they're going to vote Republican down ballot. So
right, like the suburban voters.
The suburban voters are the ones that Donald Trump is losing, right? That's what we saw in the midterms. And someone like Schultz is going to be able to pick up those.
But they're not going to want to vote for somebody that's so far left either.
I don't think so. By today's standards, I don't think that Howard Schultz is considered that far left.
No, I mean that, but it depends on who the Democrats put up, right? So, like, if it's an Elizabeth Warren that really wants to, all this wealth tax and everything,
right,
our suburban voters won't go for that.
No, I don't think that they will. But then again, they're not going to be going for Donald Trump either. So I don't think, this. I don't understand why we always malign the third party vote. People vote for who they want to vote for, and it's up to the candidate to solicit the votes. I mean, so they need to put up someone that's viable.
The fact that Schultz thinks that he would be viable as an independent candidate shows how far left the Democratic Party has gone in the eyes of many Democrats, and that's a real risk for them going into 2020.
Maybe this is just an opportunity for him to get more of a reasonable economic policy put forward. Perhaps the Democratic Party takes notice if he does start getting some heat and adopts it to their policy.
So there was a Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, ABC poll on the Democratic primary asking if the election were held today, who do you like? 56% said no preference right now. So, Ben, is this wide open?
Oh, absolutely. It's more wide open than 2016 in some strange ways for the Democratic Party, because no one thought that Donald Trump was going to be nearly as strong as he was as a candidate then. But now we have a situation where, other than Biden,
speaking of Biden, Alex, madness. So yesterday he was in Florida and he was asked about this, and he said, the answer is that I'm running in all the traps on this. I don't want this to be a fool's errand. We're a lot closer than we were before Christmas, and we'll make a decision soon. This is a battle for the soul of America. It's time to get moving. So I think it's time to get moving on this announcement, whether he's going to do it or not. What do you think he's waiting for?
I don't think I don't think he feels much pressure to make a decision, to be honest with you, because nobody else is breaking through. As in the numbers that you just showed, the vast majority of Democratic primary voters don't have a favorite in the race right now. And it's unlikely that they're going to settle on somebody in the next 6 months. I think the day Biden gets in the race is the day every Democrat that's running for president starts attacking him. His stock starts going down. He's run for president before, and it's been very underwhelming. I think time is on his side if he holds out.
Yeah, time is on his side, obviously, with the two campaigns with Obama. He's been in every living room in Iowa already, so he doesn't necessarily need name recognition. And when it comes to Kamala Harris, we'll see if she is able to get some heat here with her progressive prosecutor stance, which is sort of the left's version of conservative, compassionate conservative that W ran on. So if she gets some heat, he's going to have to jump in fast. But if not, I mean, what's the rush?
It's a long campaign. I mean, I worked on the last two presidential campaigns, as you know, and from here to when people actually start going to the primary, there's going to be a lot of front runners in the Democratic race. And just because you got in first does not mean you're going to be...
No, and if you're Biden right now, as you just said, he's not getting attacked because he's on the sidelines, so why not stay there?
Well, it sounds like you're going to have to come back and tell us more about what you think, because it was a really interesting discussion. Alex Conant, Ben Kissel, thank you.
Thank you.